Hi everyone, it's me, Fees, and today I'm going to show you how to properly contour your face. A lot of you have asked me what are the tips and tricks that I use personally to contour my face, and everyone that knows me knows that I really do not like my cheeks. I call them my Jodhri cheeks. My maiden name I should say, is Jodhri, and we get them from my dad, and all five of us have the cheeks, including my dad. And no matter, in my case, no matter what I do, the cheeks remain because I'm such a petite person. My siblings are lucky enough that if they lose weight, or my dad, if he loses some weight, the first place where you would notice that they've lost the weight is the face. The cheekbones become more prominent, and the face just becomes a little like way more chiseled. With me, I have no weight to lose. If anything, I need to gain the weight. So what do? I resort to my brushes and my makeup to create an illusion that I do have cheekbones, and kind of to control these shoulder cheeks of mine, which, I mean, it's been a battle my whole life. Let's just put it at that. And I think I finally figured out how to um, get my cheeks looking the best, and getting my face shape looking as prominent as it possibly can. And again, without the need of surgery or just, being dissatisfied with the way I looked. I'm very happy with the way I look, and right now I have just come back from work, and I just took a Neutrogena makeup remover um, wipe, and I wiped off whatever contouring blush, whatever I had on. I took that off and just, put my Bare Mineral foundation back on, so that you can see that I'm starting with a blank, clean palette. So to start, I will let you know what I use. Obviously, you don't need to use these exact items. You don't even need to use these exact tips and tricks. It's just to give you an idea of what I do to create the illusion of cheekbones, um, and to give my face more definition. Everyone has a unique face. Everyone has a unique face structure, I should say, and you should enhance it to the way that you think that you look best. So don't copy what I am doing exactly if you think that it's not going to suit you. So let's get started. The first thing I do, and I will be using NARS Laguna. It was actually given to me by a friend, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. I use it so much that I've actually hit the pan, which doesn't happen often with me. Let's just put it that way. I have so many makeup products that it's very rare that when I see, like, oh my god, I'm like running out of it already. So I use an angled top kabuki brush, and just putting some of the product, generously, I would say, onto the brush. I make the fishy face, and then the hollow that's created by the fishy face, I just blend the bronzer into that hollow, going about, I would say, like up to here. So about, let me show you, about like 3 fingers width worth, like away from the face. You even 4, I would say, like halfway through the eye. Yeah. All right. Maybe if I do it, you'll get a better idea. So. And I know I look really silly making that fishy face when I do it, but it helps so much. in regards to where I'm placing the product. And what I usually do is I go back and I do it 2 or 3 times. And I blend starting downward, down here, and I go blend upwards towards my hairline, almost to my eye area. And then the access, whatever I have left over, I just place it on the corner of my temples. So far, I have that on my face. Looks weird, doesn't look natural, but we're getting there. So do the same thing to the other side. So I'm done with the first layer, and that's how it looks. Using the same brush, I put more product on it, and what I do is I actually contour my jawbone, just to give my face a little bit more definition. You don't have to do this. Again, this is just me. So I go down onto my neck, and then just along right below the bone. Same thing with the other side. Then you can come down, and you can't really see that much of a difference, I feel like, on the computer screen, but in person, and especially in pictures, I feel like it makes just such a world of a difference. It's a great way, it's actually a great technique to for like slim your face, which I know you guys are all thinking, like, this girl's crazy, she's like a -0, what is she doing slimming her face? Like I said, it's the Chaudhry genes. It's the Chaudhry cheeks. It's not the fit body. I know I'm thin. It's the face. The face needs to match the body. I need to have a thinner face. So the next thing I do is I actually go in with a second bronzer. And this bronzer is Too Faced, the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. It is one of my all-time favorites. When it runs, I think I've run out of this once and I've gone out and bought it again. And when I've also hit the pan on this one as well. And yeah, I think I will have to go out and buy this again when it runs out. So I use more of like a brush that comes in a compact, something, just, it can be from anything, nothing special, but basically with even bristles. And I go back, and this shade of bronzer is actually darker than the NARS Laguna bronzer. So to give more depth to what I've already created on my cheekbones, I do the same thing. I go back over the same area. Do about twice, and then whatever is left over on this brush, because of how the bristles are, it's great for contouring your nose. It smells so amazing. It's made out of cocoa powder. You kind of want to eat it, but don't eat it. So just contour the sides of your nose, and for those of you that wish they had a perfect nose, it's a great technique to kind of give that effect. I have a bump. I have a very bad bump in my nose, and by contouring my nose, it actually just draws attention away from that bump. So the next thing I do is highlight. You added the depth, but now you want to highlight your actual cheekbone. I use MAC pigment in vanilla, I believe. Yeah, this is vanilla. It's a great product. I will do a review on this, on the million uses that I've used this for. But at the moment, I am using this as my highlighter. So I actually use a flat foundation brush. This one is just a cheap Sephora one, nothing special. It's like, I don't know, it's nothing great, but gets the job done. Smile, and then just like the bridge of your bone, where you can feel the bone, that is where you're going to be applying all the way up to your cheek. That's where you're going to be applying the highlighter. And do the same thing with the other side. I just feel like applying this with a foundation brush allows for just better blending and more natural results. It reflects the light, gives you that glow. And then what I do is I actually do a little over on the top of the bridge of my nose as well. So you've done that. The next step is blush. Something I keep saying in my blog, I keep telling everyone, it's so important to bring color into the face. It's so important to contour your face, and I've done a review on this blush. It's the Stila Customizing Self-Adjusting Blush in the color pink. In my review, which you can read in my blog, I wrote about that this blush literally suits every skin tone, every skin type, and skin color. It's really just amazing. You can intensify the color based on how much you decide to put on. It's so pigmented, I use little and then add more as I feel like the intensity needs to be increased. So, I also said in my review of this that it's great when blending with my contouring bronzer. You can be the judge of that now that I'm going to do it. So you smile, and the apples of your cheeks, that's basically where you're going to be applying the blush. And apply the blush, blush. Apply the blush with the brush and I kind of swirl it around and then blend it upwards towards the hairline, going upwards. Just, some of it's going to be over just your regular skin, that has foundation on it. And most of it's going to be actually going over on top of that bronzer that you've already placed on. So. So I've only done one cheek. This blog, I am, by the way, dedicating this to my younger sister Nabila because she does not understand contouring, she doesn't understand blush, and I love her to pieces because she's always constantly asking me, Fees, how do you do that? Give me your tricks, tell me your tips, and I will exchange it and give you medical advice. She's a med student. I told her I will be asking for medical advice the rest of my life from you. No worries on that. And of course you can ask me makeup advice whenever you want. So this tutorial is especially for my sister, my younger sister. So if you can see, I'm so bad when I do this, but this cheek, this this cheek is, you can't really see that much definition as compared to this cheek. This cheek looks so much nicer. It has the nice color, the fresh glow. This one just looks a little just muddy from like the bronzer. So let me go back and put the blush onto the other cheek, and so they both match. So it's not like one cheek this way and one cheek the other way. And I focus a lot more, you know, like I was saying, I focus more on like the part where there is no color. That's where I focus most of the blending. But then, like, you know, I blend it upwards towards the hairline. So there you have it. That is how I apply my blush and my bronzing and my contouring techniques in general. So the last step is I go back with my foundation brush and just whatever the bottom line is, I blend it so that there is no line. It's just to give it a more polished, a more clean look to your makeup. And at the same time, it emphasizes your cheekbones. I apologize, you must be hearing my text messaging going off and off. I usually put that on silent, and I forgot and I didn't do it. I apologize. So this is how it looks. And let's see. I don't know if you can tell the difference. For me, I can tell a huge difference, and like I said, you can see the difference more so in pictures as compared to, you know, just right here on the computer screen, like how I just did it. This was just a simple tutorial trying to help my sister and other people that have asked me, Fees, like, how do you contour? Like, what's the point of using bronzer? And how do you use bronzer? And, you know, why do you use blush? And why do you need to use both? And this is like kind of my answer to all those questions. When I'm being really crazy, like when I think that my cheeks are seriously out of control, I have those moments. I look in the mirror and I'm like, man, why don't I have like Victoria's Secret model, you know, Giselle cheekbones? Or hey, why was I given the Jodhpur genes? I could have taken my mother's genes, the Faz genes, the nice bone structure they have, like my cousins. Nah. we weren't that lucky. So sometimes I look and I'm like, I could use some more contouring. So I go back with the darker Too Faced bronzer after the blush is already applied, and I contour some more. And there you have it. I don't think I can do anything more than this. I hope you found my tutorial helpful in some ways, and like I said, please just use it like as a guideline. You don't need to do exactly what I did to a T perfectly, exactly the way it's done, and you don't need to contour your nose if you feel like your nose is fine. You don't need to do your jawline. You know, it's all up to you. You don't need to put 2-3 layers of bronzer on like the way I do. Um, it's a personal choice. It's, you know, people often ask me like, I just love the way your cheekbones are, and I always tell them I have cheeks, and underneath all that fat is bone, but this is just all makeup. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and thank you so much for watching. I look forward to all the questions and comments and requests I'm gonna get from this. I'm sorry that I was kind of busy and kind of rushed doing this tutorial because I just got home from work, trying to do it all now, you know, like be a wife, blog, work, like time for friends, time for family, just the way I like it. Stay busy. But again, thank you for reading Feezalicious, and thank you so much for watching my blog.